The hip-hop world is in mourning. John Forte, Grammy-nominated producer, Fugees collaborator, and musical genius, was found dead at age 50. And Wyclef Jean's tribute to his refugee brother is breaking hearts across the internet. This is the story of a friendship that survived prison, politics, and everything in between, and a final goodbye that reminds us why legends never die. On January 13th, 2026, the music world woke up to devastating news. John Forte, the brilliant mind behind some of hip-hop's most iconic tracks, was found dead at his home in Chilmark, Massachusetts. He was only 50 years old. A neighbor discovered him unresponsive in his kitchen. Despite emergency responders' efforts, he couldn't be revived. John left behind his wife, photographer Laura Fuller, and their two children. But before we talk about Wyclef's tribute, you need to understand who John Forte really was and why his death has shaken the entire hip-hop community. John Forte wasn't just another producer. At just 21 years old, he was nominated for a Grammy for his work on the Fugees' legendary album, The Score, one of the most influential hip-hop albums of all time. He co-wrote and produced tracks like Family Business and Cowboys. He was a core member of the Refugee Camp All-Stars, working alongside Wyclef Jean on his debut album, The Carnival. And that's where their brotherhood was immortalized. On the track, We Trying to Stay Alive, a song that sampled the Bee Gees' Stayin' Alive, John Forte didn't just rap. He became part of hip-hop history. The song peaked at number 45 on the Billboard Hot 100, and Wyclef literally shouted his name in the lyrics, John Forte. But John's story took a dark turn in 2000 when he was arrested for drug possession and sentenced to 14 years in federal prison. After 7 years, President George W. Bush commuted his sentence, thanks in part to advocacy from Wyclef, Carly Simon, and Senator Orrin Hatch. John came home transformed. He released more music, became a criminal justice reform advocate, and continued creating until the very end. According to Wyclef's tribute, John never stopped sending him music. At least once a month, there was a new track, a new idea, a new spark. When news broke of John's death, Wyclef Jean took to Instagram with a tribute that's making the entire internet cry. He posted a video of them performing together, John's smile bright, his energy infectious. The caption was simple but devastating. This one hurts my brother at John_Forte has joined the Angels legends never die. Look at the smile, R.I.P., my refugee brother. But Wyclef didn't stop there. In a statement to the Boston Globe, he poured out his heart. Rest in peace to my refugee brother, John Forte, one of the kindest legends I've ever met, a gentle giant with a warrior story. You carried pain with grace and freedom with humility. And here's the part that really hits. Wyclef talked about John's relentless creativity. Thank you for always flooding my life with music. Like clockwork, at least once a month, there was a new track, a new idea, a new spark. Your creativity never stopped. Then Wyclef brought it full circle, referencing their iconic song together. I know the Angels are welcoming you with open arms to a place where you'll play guitar, rap, and sing a brand new song. We weep down here, but heaven smiles, and I can't help but say it one more time, just like I did on our song. John Forte. That line, the one he shouted in We Trying to Stay Alive back in 1997, now becomes an eternal tribute, a final shout-out to his brother. Wyclef wasn't alone in his grief. Pross, another Fugees member, called John more than just a collaborator. He was family. The Action Lab, where John served as an advisory board member, shared memories of his last performances, including an unforgettable freestyle cipher with Wyclef and Anna Tijoux. Fans flooded John's Instagram with shock and tributes. The hip-hop community lost not just a talented artist, but a good man, someone who transformed his pain into purpose, his mistakes into advocacy, and his second chance into inspiration for others. John Forte's death reminds us that life is fragile and tomorrow isn't promised. He had health struggles in recent years, a seizure that hospitalized him and required ongoing medication. But through it all, he kept creating, kept giving, kept inspiring. Wyclef Jean's tribute shows us what real friendship looks like. It's showing up. It's fighting for freedom when your brother is locked up. It's celebrating his creativity every time he sends you a new track. And it's honoring his memory when he's gone. Legends never die, Wyclef wrote. And he's right. Through songs like We Trying to Stay Alive, through The Score, through every life John touched, his music, his spirit, and his story will live on forever. Rest in peace, John Forté. The refugee camp has lost one of its finest. If this tribute moved you, hit that like button and